Hearts can mean so many different things. Love, friendship, kindness. And when you can make your own origami heart for someone, it's even more special. That's why I'm so happy to be bringing my friend Barbara Pearl back to show us 3 ways to create hearts to share with those around us. My name's Elizabeth, and I love sharing creative, arts integrated activities with other teachers that will help build our students' social emotional well being through SEAL, social emotional artistic learning. And today we're going to look at 3 ways to create a heart that we can give to others. It's a great gesture of kindness, friendship, relationship building, and love. The first heart is called a pocket heart because you can insert it into a pocket. It's also a great heart to make for a Valentine because you can easily put a nice message inside of it. For this, you need a square piece of paper. And if you don't have a square piece of paper, watch what I'm doing right here to make a square from a regular standard size piece of printer paper, 8.5 by 11, that we can make into a square. And be sure to keep that piece that you just tore off for later. You'll see why. Okay, let's get started with our first heart, the pocket heart.
Hi everyone, this is Barbara Pearl, and I'm going to show you a variety of hearts you can make. Not only for Valentine's Day, it's always a good time to give a heart. First step is a book fold. We're going to fold the paper in half. And remember to crease sharply at least 3 times. Then unfold your book. And using this vertical line of symmetry, we're going to fold the sides to the center guideline. It creates a triangle shape, first on one side and then on the other. And these are called isosceles right triangles because they have a right angle and 2 of the sides are exactly the same. So you have an isosceles right triangle. For the next step, turn the paper over. And using that vertical line of symmetry, we're going to fold the straight edge to the center guideline. First on one side, and take your time. Be mindful of the shapes you're creating and the folds you're making. Rotate the paper and repeat that step on the other side. Take the straight edge and fold it to the center guideline, creasing sharply. For the next step, we're going to take the raw edge or this edge and fold it over the bottom of this white line. Fold down to crease sharply. And if you turn your model over, you'll start to see the shape of your heart. To shape the inside, you can take a portion of the corner and just tuck it underneath. Tuck it underneath so it creates the inside of the heart. And to shape the sides of the heart, you're going to take the outside corner and fold it down behind the heart. First on one side and then on the other. It creates a small triangle. I'd like to show you another step called the inside reverse fold. It will hide that paper so it gets tucked inside. And the pre-crease is you fold it back and forth a few times. And then if you open the paper, you can take the point and tuck it right between the lines you created. And it tucks inside. It's called an inside reverse fold. We repeat that step on the other side. We've done the pre-creases, back and forth, and then separate the model, take the corner, and gently press it inside the creases you created. And what's special about this model is that it can stand. So you can write a message. You can write a message and send it to someone special.
I love it. I can see making a lot of these and making them into little Valentines for all your friends and your family members. I think this would be just wonderful. This next heart is a very simple one, and it's not made from a square. Instead, it's made from a paper that is 2 by 6 inches, or you could use the piece of paper that you just tore off of yours when you made the square out of that standard size piece of paper. So this is the part that you're going to use for this heart.
Origami paper, it's usually color on one side and white on the other. I'm going to start with the white side up. And the first step we're going to make is called a book fold. When you fold the paper in half widthwise, crease sharply at least 3 times. Remember, the secret to folding is in the crease. Unfold, open your book, and you see down the center of your paper the line of symmetry. And now your rectangle is divided into other rectangles. 1, 2, and the whole one makes 3. For the next step, you're going to take one page of your book and fold it up right against this vertical line of symmetry. There's a lot of symmetry in origami, so if you do it on one side, then you do it on the other. Let's match the other side. And if you count the sides of this shape, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you know a name for a shape that has 5 sides? For the last step, we're going to turn it over, and on the back of the model, you will see 2 white rectangles. And in the corner, you need to make 4 small triangles. So 1, try to make them about the same size. 2, and the middle ones you can match. 3, and 4. Increase them a little more so they stay down. And then when you turn your model over, you should see your heart.
Our final heart is a little more complex, so don't be afraid to use that pause button in the video and even rewind when you need to maybe see a step a second time or even a third time. This heart is really fun to make, and when you're done, you'll see how you can even make this heart into a necklace as well. Now, this heart is actually made from a regular standard size piece of paper, like the kind of paper that you have in your printer. So you don't need a square for this, you actually need a rectangle. I can't wait for you to try yours now. It looks like you have something different than origami paper for this.
The material, I selected a magazine page. So if you're like my household, you get magazines that come in the mail. And so one way to recycle them is to take some of the pages, and I thought this was especially appropriate for the heart model we're going to make. I'm going to start with the other side up and do a book fold. Remember, a book fold is whenever you fold a square or a rectangle in half and crease sharply. For the next step, unfold the paper, and you're going to take one edge and fold it all the way over to the other edge. Sometimes I'll start in the corner and then fan it out. This is a right angle fold that creates a triangle. Unfold it and go the other way. These are all pre-creases that will help you create the model. Creasing sharply. And unfold the paper. Turn it over, and we're going to take the top of the X and fold it to the bottom of the X. And if you look carefully, you see that you also created intersecting perpendicular lines. Again, take the top of the X and fold it down to the bottom of the X. That's your guideline. And crease sharply. Unfold the paper and turn it over to where you started. Here's the fun part. If you poke right into the center of the paper and you've been creasing sharply, it will start to pop up. And you see a horizontal line. Place 2 fingertips on the horizontal line and push everything to the center, and it will collapse or squash into a triangle. So all those creases created this part of the model. For the next step, we're going to take the bottom edge and fold it to the baseline of our triangle. Another isosceles triangle, an isosceles right triangle. So we're going to take the bottom edge and fold it to the baseline of the triangle. It makes a rectangular border. You can see what it looks like. For the next step of our triangle, we'll take one point and fold it to the top point. I call it the point-to-point step. Take the outside point and fold it to the top point. It makes a small triangle on the side. And repeat that step on the other side. Point to point, side point to the top point. You notice what shape these 2 triangles created? You see what shape it created?
It's a square.
Square, good. Yeah. Those 2 triangles, those 2 isosceles right triangles created a square. And if you are mindful to look at the paper and see all the patterns, you have triangles at the top, on the sides, and here too. For the next step, I'm going to take this edge of the paper and fold it precisely against this line of symmetry, this vertical line. And look how precisely it fits along the edge of the triangle. Can you see that?
That's what I was noticing. That's really neat.
It is. Very special. Repeat it on the other side. Take this straight edge. I'm going to fold it along the edge of the triangle so they meet in the middle. Turn the paper over. Just have a couple more steps. Again, using that vertical line of symmetry, I'm going to take the outside corner and fold it to that line, to the guideline. The paper is getting thicker, so you do have to crease sharper. Some people like to use a tongue depressor or a popsicle stick, and that way you can get really sharp creases in the paper when it starts to get thicker. Or if you have a ruler, it's another good way to crease the paper. Repeat on the other side. Take the outside corner and fold it along that guideline or line of symmetry. If you have something that you can crease sharp with to reinforce it, use that. For the next step, we're going to take this point and fold it down. And it should go over the base of these 2 triangles, so it overlaps. So I crease it sharply. And there's a reason for that, because we're going to tuck these points inside the pocket of this triangle. It's a little hidden pocket there. So it'll fit right inside. First on one side, and then on the other. And you can use your fingers just to tuck it inside. crease sharply. So it locks it down in place. For the last step, this is probably a little different, but you need to start on the inside. We're going to take this triangle, start on the inside corner, and then I'm going to fold it on an angle so it goes over the edge of this triangle, like that. And again, the reason is because I'm going to tuck it inside the pocket of the triangle. And you can do a pre-crease if you want first. So you just fold it over the edge and then tuck it inside the pocket so it hides the point. That's a little trickier, so just take your time with it. I'll repeat it on the other side. Again, I'm starting from the inside corner. I'm taking the point of the triangle and I'm trying to match them. I try to match them at the top, but I'm folding it over the edge of this side triangle and crease sharply. And I'm going to take the point, and you can tuck it behind or you can insert it inside the pocket. So either way works. I showed you two different ways you can do it. When you turn it around, you'll discover your beautiful heart.
I love that one. A lot of little hidden pockets and things.
Isn't it nice with the paper, Elizabeth? Isn't it
Yeah.
nice? I love the paper.
I know that you can alter some of these to make something that you can actually wear on a special day.
So here's one that I made and created into a necklace. And the way to do that is to unfold that last step. Just unfold it. And if you have a string, a ribbon, I found a chain of hearts, and then just thread it through on the edge. And then you can tuck these points back inside. It's wonderful to give as a gift. One year I gave this to my mother as a gift, and she was wearing her heart around. One year when I learned this, I couldn't stop making it.
I can see that happening with a lot of students, maybe making these like crazy this year. So you have something that you can use as a pin as well, huh?
Purchase these stick-on pins, and then I made one recycled from some newsprint I found with Asian or Japanese characters, and then you can put the sticker pin on.
But you can stick it on and put it on yourself. Just add a little pin to the back. Awesome. Thank you.
We're ready for Valentine's Day.
So there you go. So many hearts to choose from. Let me know in the comments which heart was your favorite to make. And if you like this video, be sure to hit that like button as well. If you want to learn more fun and creative activities like this, be sure to subscribe to my channel and check out some of the other how-to videos I have in my how-to playlist. My name's Elizabeth, and I can't wait to hear about all the wonderful things you create.